And psychologists say that grief is a form of separation anxiety. If there's not koinonia, if there's no one to share this with, we're going to be depressed. I very rarely met isolated happy people who are really happy in their core. You know, I think it's so sad that we removed from the creed that famous line, the communion of the saints. For some reason that got omitted from the creed over time. It used to be there, the communion of the saints. Because friends, joy is not an isolated act or lifestyle. Do you want to be joyful? You know what the Bible teaches? He who isolates himself is wicked or unwise. That's what Proverbs says. If you're, let me make it very clear. I know we've been going theological and etymological. Let's be very practical right now. If you are trying to have joy by yourself and you don't have koinonia, you don't have somebody to share this with, when something good happens to you, what's the first thing you want to do? You want to tell somebody. We're made that way. God made us as a social species. Did you know psychologists say that all grief is just a form of separation anxiety, like dogs that run in packs? They can only survive in the wild. Their chances are much better, I should say, when they're in a pack. That's why your dog panics when you leave, because it needs fellowship. It can survive in the wild when it's in a pack. We're made the same way. We're a social species. And psychologists say that grief is a form of separation anxiety. If there's not koinonia, if there's no one to share this with, we're going to be depressed. I very rarely met isolated happy people who are really happy in their core. I mean, am I right? Right. The miserly sadness often comes from isolation. Koinonia, having a share, the communion of the saints. Like, can any of you think of your friends this way? This is a romantic verse, so that's what it literally means. But I think Paul's relationship with the Philippians was similar to this. This is from Song of Solomon, when he says, "But my dove, my perfect one, is unique. She is her mother's only daughter. She is the pure child of the one who bore her. The maidens saw her and called her blessed. The queens and the concubines also, and they praised her." They praised her. Wow. Like, that's how Paul thought of the Philippians. Do you have friends like that in your life? If you don't, guess what? Say hi to people afterwards. I'll be right here. I'd love to be your friend. I'd love to meet you afterwards if I haven't yet. I'd love to talk to you afterward. Like, you have all these people here. Now, live stream is great. I love all you guys who are live streaming. Hello, we miss you. But there's nothing like gathering together in person, and we'll see you next week. There's nothing like, and we will be here next Monday night, by the way. We will be here consistently. We're just going to be here every single week. But here's the thing. Koinonia, that's where the joy is found in remembering them, his friends. He doesn't call himself an apostle. I am your pastor. Honestly, I'm pretty bad at being like Pastor Ben. I'll be your friend. That's how Paul was to the Philippians. He's like, I want to be your friend. That's why I'm not good at counseling. Like, you don't seem very pastory. No, but I think I'm a pretty good friend though. Maybe not the best pastor, but I can be a good friend. That's how Paul was with the Philippians. Like, I want to be your friend. And because friendship brings joy. Do you hear what I'm saying? When I was isolated, I was depressed. When I got friends, I was joyful. Do the math. Do the math. Just as Song of Solomon 6:9 said, he was like pure, undefiled dove, beloved. You know, the psalmist said, they looked to him and were radiant. They looked to him and were radiant. When you go forward, progress, futuristic faith into the presence of God, koinonia, with a share in the kingdom with your friends, doesn't it make you radiant? They looked to him and were radiant. We should be radiant, joyful, over the top. I love this Navy SEAL phrase. Moderation is for cowards. Anything worth doing is worth overdoing. Like, I love that phrase. Just overdo it. Always, with every prayer of mine, all the time. I can't stop thinking about you. I'm so joyful. I pray every time I think about you. Like, that's the way to live. Isn't that so much better than this culture that rewards mediocrity? It awards mediocrity. No, we should be over the top, joyful in prison. That takes an excellent spirit to be joyful in a prison. Ben Courson here. Thank you so much for watching my new YouTube channel. Make sure to smash that like and subscribe button, share this video with all your friends, and hit that bell so you're notified every time a new video comes out. May the hope be with you.